for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship as Seth freaking Rollins defends the title against Judgment Day's Finn Balor. Man, these guys put on a banger in 2016. They've put on some good matches in the years between that, no matter how WWE wants to try and make it seem like that first match at SummerSlam was the only match these two guys had, but this right here may have just been the absolute peak of Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor matches, because this was an absolute banger that I felt definitely topped their 2016 encounter. Now, one thing that was really nice was the story details when it comes to this match. You had Seth Rollins coming out on his, he had on the vest that he used that very night in 2016 at SummerSlam where he injured Finn Balor. Meanwhile, Finn Balor, across where he had his shoulder was injured from that match, he had the letter 7 written on there, representing, of course, the 7 years that all this frustration has been apparently built up. But yeah, this was top-notch action from both guys all over the match. Man, they were going at it. Great high-flying moves, great wrestling, and they even broke out the pedigree at one point, kicking out of it. And man, you know, I remember back in the day being a big Triple H fan, and still am, when he hit that pedigree, it was over. You knew no one was kicking out, only a very select few. But nowadays, it feels like the finisher moves are becoming some of the setup moves. It is what it is, but that doesn't take away at just how awesome this match was. We were all really into it, being there live in attendance. I personally was actually rooting for Finn Balor, as I thought now's the time, story-wise, to put the championship on him. And speaking of the story, it really got going good from a story standpoint when you got to where the Judgment Day came out. Well, at least we got Rhea Ripley on the show some way. And of course, Damien Priest, who's holding the briefcase. So what ends up happening here in the end with the interference is Damien Priest, he throws the briefcase in there, and Finn Balor looks at it while Damien Priest goes off to basically distract the referee, and Finn Balor's got this devious look, and he starts crawling and crawling and crawling toward the briefcase. And just as he's about to grab the briefcase, Seth Rollins comes up right behind him and hits the curb stomp right on Finn Balor, making his head go right into the briefcase. Seth Rollins kicks the briefcase out of the ring and goes for the 1, 2, 3, retaining the World Championship. And shout out to the production team, Kevin Dunn and them, because this was a great shot. They kept doing these shots back and forth where you see Damien Priest and Finn Balor have this death stare at one another, and man, it was glorious. Damien Priest was showing no sympathy at all for Finn Balor, and Finn Balor was looking like, oh man, this guy, he just cost me the championship. So I thought it was tremendous, but personally I still stand by what I said. I think it would have been much better if Finn Balor won the championship here, so that way for the next coming months, at least here for the fall, you've got every member of the Judgment Day with some sort of prize possession from WWE. On top of that, just imagine the drama you could tell where Finn Balor is both concentrated on not just trying to successfully defend his championship against his opponent, but also trying to keep those eyes in the back of his head for Damien Priest. Will he or will he not cash in? That to me would have made great drama, great storytelling, because I really wasn't too big of a fan of Seth Rollins constantly doing the open challenges, because it's like, yeah, let's have somebody earn those championship opportunities. But I'm looking forward to seeing where they're going to go with heel Nakamura against Seth Rollins and continuing to see the further dissension among the Judgment Day.